Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back.
Hey everyone. In today's smartphone world where most devices are becoming all-rounders, it's not that hard to find a phone that can do a bit of everything. But finding one that's genuinely fun to use and also looks great, that's a different story. And that's exactly where the Realme Neo 8 we're checking out today stands out. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from Maiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. At first glance, the back of the phone is impossible to ignore. The white transparent glass paired with a circuit board style layout creates a look that's pure cyberpunk. Those elements together are basically irresistible, especially if you're into tech aesthetics. Even when the phone is just lying on a desk, it's something you can't help but admire. To create that layered sense of depth and changing light from different angles, Realme uses a new generation slow reflection technology along with a single layer transparent 3D partitioning process. This results in 11 distinct textures on the back that give off a metallic three-dimensional feel. These textures also cleverly break the rear panel into different sections, making the design feel intentional and dynamic rather than busy. One detail I really love is the orange VOOC logo. It highlights the 80-watt wired fast charging while acting as the final accent that ties the entire origin white back panel together. If the design stopped there, it would already be a good-looking phone. But what really adds personality to the Realme Neo 8 is the return of the awakening halo system. Realme has discreetly tucked an RGB light ring into the NFC area, and this time it comes with a playful new feature called Flip Lucky Color. Just place the phone face down on a table and it randomly lights up in a color. It's a small touch, but it's fun. And it even helps with those moments when you can't decide what color to wear or match your accessories with. As for customization, Realme clearly knows its way around lighting effects. You can adjust brightness, colors, flashing speed, and even link the lights to system notifications and in-game events. Moving to the front, let's talk about the display. The Realme Neo 8 features a 165 Hz Samsung Sky screen, and brightness is where it really shines. In our tests, manual full-screen brightness on a white background reached around 990 nits. With brightness boosting enabled, it went beyond 1500 nits, and localized peak brightness even crossed 2000 nits. Thanks to Samsung's M14 luminous material and Realme's own high brightness color optimization algorithm, colors stay rich and accurate without washing out, even at very high brightness levels. And with 165 Hz refresh rate, you're getting up to 45 more frames per second compared to a standard 120 Hz screen, which gives it a noticeable edge in FPS and MOBA games. When it comes to gaming, the Realme Neo 8 is just as interesting as its design. You might expect the usual high frame rate gaming talk, but that would be too predictable. Instead, there are two standout features worth talking about. The first is the Geek Performance panel. While most brands lock down performance tuning, the Neo 8 lets users directly adjust CPU and GPU frequencies and even fine-tune temperature control with stepless adjustment. On most phones, this kind of control would require rooting, but here it's available out of the box, allowing users to truly tap into the phone's full performance potential. Even more impressive is the PC handheld mode. By linking a Steam account, you can download and play over 50 popular PC games directly on the phone. Of course, you'll need to own the official Steam versions for verification, but once that's done, the games run locally. That means you can play them even without an internet connection. In fact, some titles like Downhill King actually perform better offline than online. We also tested a few others, and Tales of the Gate 2 delivered the smoothest experience in this mode, running without any noticeable lag. Don't Starve, being a 2D game, also felt very comfortable and enjoyable to play. All in all, the Realme Neo 8 isn't just another smartphone. It's a device that blends bold design with genuinely fun and flexible features, especially if you care about gaming and customization. When it comes to heavier-tier titles like Tomb Raider 9, the phone was able to run the game, but the experience wasn't ideal. Frame rates were low and noticeable stuttering made gameplay feel far from smooth. On top of that, all of these PC handheld mode games took a bit longer to launch, and their real-world performance varied depending on how large and demanding each game was. All right, let's shift back to overall performance. The Realme Neo 8 is powered by TSMC's 3nm 5th generation Snapdragon 8 flagship processor, which lays a strong foundation for high refresh rate gaming at 165 Hz. It currently supports 19 native games running at 165 FPS, including 5 major titles like Delta Force and PUBG Mobile. Under our standard test setup with a room temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and screen brightness fixed at 200 nits, we jumped into a ranked match on the island map in Peacekeeper Elite using smooth graphics and 165 FPS mode. After finishing one full match, the Realme Neo 8 delivered an average frame rate of 164.3 FPS, with average power consumption sitting at 4.6 watts. Even the 1% low frame rate stayed high at 109 FPS, making the entire session feel consistently smooth. Next up was the equally popular Delta Force. Using the same test conditions, smooth graphics, and 165 FPS mode, the phone showed minor frame drops during intense combat scenes. Even so, it still managed an impressive average frame rate of 164 FPS, with average power usage rising slightly to 5.3 watts. For Honor of Kings, which also supports ultra-high refresh rates, the Realme Neo 8 didn't disappoint. With all settings maxed out for both visuals and frame rate, a 30-minute ranked match resulted in an average frame rate of 144.1 FPS. The 1% low frame rate was an excellent 129.8 FPS, while average power consumption stayed low at just 3.97 watts. We then moved on to Genshin Impact, testing the virtual city map. Here, the Realme Neo 8 comfortably held a steady 60 FPS, with the 1% low frame rate reaching 51.1 FPS. Average power consumption during this test came in at 4.2 watts, showing solid efficiency for such a demanding title. Beyond gaming performance, we also looked at charging speeds and battery endurance. The Realme Neo 8 reached 53% charge in just 30 minutes and went all the way to 100% in 73 minutes. In terms of battery life, after 2 hours of gaming combined with 3 hours of regular daily use, the phone still had 54% battery left. This means its massive 8,000 mAh Titan battery can easily deliver over 10 hours of screen on time. After talking so much about performance, it's time to check out some camera samples and see how the Sony 50 megapixel main camera and 50 megapixel telephoto lens perform in real-world shooting. As for pricing, the base variant of the Realme Neo 8 starts at 203.99 yuan in China, which is roughly 255 pounds in the UK, or about 433 US dollars. This is the Realme Neo 8 that genuinely impressed me recently. Do you think it's as interesting as it sounds? That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.